Hey guys, ANA here. The Joker at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, California is a severely underrated hybrid coaster from RMC. It is the third best coaster in the state. Some would say that it doesn't have as strong airtime as some other RMCs, but I have solid evidence and actual stats to show that Joker has some of the strongest airtime in California. The Joker is a hybrid conversion of Roar, which was a wooden coaster from GCI. It operated from 1999 to its eventual closing in 2015. The Joker conversion then opened in May of 2016 as the first RMC conversion of a GCI coaster, which created a very different layout from RMC's other conversions. This might be the reason some prefer an out-and-back layout over Joker's Twister-style layout with many crossovers. Also, the Joker's layout is more inversion-focused than others, so that could possibly be another contributing factor to its unpopularity in the community. The Joker's first drop and underflip gives a good first impression to guests entering the park, but other than that, the Joker is not very visible from the walkable pathways. Its station and entrance look pretty cool though, with the massive Joker sign. I believe it is supposed to look like some sort of carnival funhouse. Other than some funny mirrors in the queue, there really isn't any theming for this coaster, which is okay. Its forces more than make up for it, and it doesn't need theming to be a great experience. Do be prepared to wait a while though, as the combination of hard to check restraints and the fact that the operators have to check your seatbelt and then push down restraints create a slow throughput. And it doesn't help that the restraints aren't very accommodating, creating some uncomfortable situations on the load platform. It isn't a fault of the operators though, as they were trying their best with the situation at hand. Speaking of operators, I had one of the best experiences with an operator here at the Joker. The guy at the control booth said something like, "Who's your guys' favorite RMC?" And I said Twisted Colossus, of course. He took one look at me in my Twisted Colossus hoodie and said, "Do you want to be kicked out of the park?" And after the ride, he said, "Enjoy the rest of your day here at Six Flags New Orleans." So yeah, massive shout out to the Joker crew, you guys are legends. Anyways, when you board the train, you will find yourself in the first generation RMC iBox trains. Some find them tight and uncomfortable with the shin guards, but for someone with an average height, the shin guards don't bother me at all. There is a redundant seatbelt, but it doesn't affect the ride experience. And the trains track extremely smoothly through the course. These iBox coasters are some of the smoothest coasters in the industry. And one last thing, the ride experiences and forces will be from the back row, as that was where all my rides were. So enough about all that, let's get into the layout. First, you dispatch from the station with a little speed, and you drop down into some little dips. They don't really give airtime, they just kinda jerk you forward. They still are really fun though, and give a taste of what's to come. You then slam into the 100-foot, or 33-meter tall lift hill. You get an amazing 360-degree view of the park, but not for long. When you crest the lift, the back row gets yanked by the front rows, getting powerful sustained ejector airtime, around negative 1.35 Gs. In combination to that, the drop is wickedly twisted, combining 0.4 Gs of laterals with already thigh-crushing airtime. If that's not an elite first drop, I don't know what the heck is. Following that is an intense 3.2 G pullout that leads into a whippy underflip. It violently rotates your body, giving sustained upside-down airtime from the centripetal force. The flip then transitions smoothly into a surprisingly intense 3.7 G pullout that sustains for a good 4 seconds. It then whips you in and out of one of the best stalls, probably in the world. You get 3 seconds of glorious hang time before it viciously whips you out of the stall. You hit a quick 3.2 G pullout before rising into an outer banked ejector hill. In the back row, it pulls around negative 0.9 Gs, but I would guess it pulls around negative 1.1 Gs in the front. You then turn into this sideways transition that kinda throws you to the side. It's more pronounced on the left seats of the train. Afterward, you drop down into a quick negative 1 G ejector hill that turns into another negative 1 G hill, but except this one is outer banked and has a wicked head chopper. That leads into one of the more dull moments though, where the train just turns around and has some mild positives. But then you hop up into a double down, where the front gets the stronger first pop, and the back gets the stronger second pop. In the back, the first hill kinda throws you forward instead of up, but then it chucks you back up with the second pop, hitting around negative 1.2 Gs. After a 3.5 G pullout, you coast around a turn with a little kink in it that throws you to the side a little, which leads into another dull turnaround. After that, you head into a glorious 0 G roll with amazing hang time. It also has a scary head chopper with the wooden structure above you. That leads into a quick turn into one final ejector hill, chucking you out of your seat one last time. This hill has the most sustained airtime on the ride, pulling negative 1.2 Gs. After that, you hop into the right one with one last pop of airtime, ending the 3,200 feet, or 975 meters of track. So in short, the Joker is an extremely underrated coaster. I think it's the best coaster in all of Northern California, and yes, over Railblazer. Remember how I said the Joker has the strongest airtime in California? Well, Railblazer pulls a maximum of negative 1.2 Gs, while Twisted Colossus pulls negative 1.21 Gs. But the Joker sits there laughing, pulling a maximum of negative 1.35 Gs. So yes, the Joker has some of the strongest airtime in the state. My guess why most think Joker is on the lower end of the RMCs is because it was the first conversion of a GCI coaster. Its layout's twisted nature and countless crossovers create a more varied layout rather than an out and back, but I think both layout types are great, and I could go either way. That's gonna do it for this review of the Joker at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate a like or even a sub, that'd be pretty cool. And thanks for making it all the way through the video, I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments or suggestions on what you think of the Joker, type it down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.